Many of Russia's advanced weapons use American components, putting the country's military at risk when Washington and its allies tighten sanctions. Using a magnifying glass, screwdriver and a torch, 2 researchers from a special investigative team pry open Russian weapons and equipment seized across battlefields in Ukraine. During a trip to Ukraine last month, these experts studied all the advanced Russian military equipment they could have access to, from laser binoculars to cruise missile guidance units. Researchers, invited by Ukraine's security service to analyze Russian assets, found that most of them contained parts from companies based in the United States, as well as allies in the European Union. Europe, EU, such as chips, circuit boards, motors, antennas. Russian advanced weapons and communication systems are mainly built on Western chips, said Damien Spleeters, one of the investigators from the UK-based conflict arms research company. Russian companies have been receiving a stable supply of American and Western technology and components for decades. The company added, the United States has long prided itself on providing technology and weapons to the rest of the world. But since Russia launched its military campaign in Ukraine in February, Washington has been faced with a harsh reality. The weapons Russian forces use in Ukraine are being greatly aided by advanced technology of America. But this is also Russia's technological weakness that the US and its allies can deepen to increase pressure on Moscow. The United States and dozens of allies have imposed a ban on the export of advanced technology to Russia, hampering Moscow's ability to produce weapons to replace equipment damaged by the conflict in Ukraine. President Joe Biden's administration on June 2 announced increased sanctions against Russia and Belarus, adding 71 organizations to a list of banned government purchases of advanced technology. While some analysts say these sanctions take considerable time to be fully effective, the Biden administration has called it a success. Since the Western allies announced widespread export restrictions on semiconductors, computers, laser equipment, telecommunications equipment and other goods to Russia in February, Moscow has been having trouble finding chips for its precision-guided weapons, according to a senior U.S. official who asked not to be named. Asked on May 31 if the Russian military was struggling with chip shortages, U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo, who oversees export control operations, said the answer was, yes. Exports of U.S.-controlled items to Russia, including semiconductors, have fallen by more than 90% since February 24, she said. Sanctions prevent advanced technology from the U.S. and dozens of allies and partners from being exported to Russia. They also apply to high-tech goods manufactured anywhere in the world based on American machinery, software or blueprints. This means that countries not in the sanctions alliance with the US and Europe must also follow the rule, or face retaliatory measures from the West.